So the secret is out. The gooning and Ghost in the Shell is what actually has inspired everything. Everything we known out there is because of this scene right here. It's a very adult scene. You can see here. Motoko. Well, Motoko is allegedly not a guy or gal, but this was some pretty Yuri stuff. And there's a comment here that I read. Oh yeah, just check this out. This cover art as well. I think it was like the ending. The ED card today was done by Iya Kushinov. He is the character design of Ghost in the Shell Sack 2045. So yeah, let's check that out. I think I missed that. The ED card. The ED card. Where do you find that? Let me see if I can find it really quick. Oh yeah, here it is. This is really cool. Illustrator. Yeah, yep, there it is. And her all in her glory. Now, let's be honest here, guys. Motoko is a very, how do I say this, mature character. Okay, even like the Ghost in the Shell that we all know, standalone complex, has a very mature Motoko. Let's see here. So she's very mature. You know, she's very yeah. So the original manga is just gonna do even more of this kind of stuff, and I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But there's also another comment here that was very interesting to read. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. Let's see. Okay. So here's this guy, right? He seems like he knows what he's talking about. Let's just read it real quick. Okay, this was very interesting stuff. It's weird because this is the type of stuff that really inspires you when you're reading the original manga. So he goes to say, as someone who has only seen the Oshi film and is vaguely familiar with the manga's differences for the chapter adapted, I was still kind of surprised with the way things played out. I was aware of the infamous summer vacation scene which Masamune Shiro has requested pulled from certain English releases of the manga. That's interesting. You can read it uncut in the Legacy box set, to my understanding. While it seems people are only focusing on a scene from the lens of fan service, I feel that this scene actually serves as a really good purpose for this version of the major. By showing Motoko engaging in a deeply human desire, being intimate with others, it helps flesh out her personality a bit more, showing that even with her body being mostly cybernetic, she is still deep down a human with all the innate traits that come with it. And this adaptation to Major is hot-headed, playful, drinks, and engages in intimate relationships, which is in stark contrast to Oshi's version, which is a rather reserved woman who seems dissociated half the time, dealing with the existential thoughts of being a human who has had most of her body replaced by machinery. I am not sure if we go further into the series that this Motoko will start asking the same questions Oshi's version of the character did throughout the entirety of the film's runtime, or if that is going to be something left more implicit. And then he scratched out one of his comments here. Don't know if he wants me to read it. But let's read it. So he says, that being said, my sapphic brain was kind of jealous of Motoko there. Mine is the Bato intrusion, Lamau. Yeah, no, this is, I mean, fan service, even back in those days, was huge, you know. I want to keep reading his comment. I really like what he's saying here. I feel like this is pretty much, exactly what episode 2 was mostly just focused on. Like, everything else is pretty alright, but we've already seen it in the movie, I guess from Oshi, as he says. It seems that the story is starting to set up the Puppet Master. Yeah, the Puppet Master, the puppet plot that I'm familiar with from the film. Although I'm not sure how different it will progress. The chase with the garbage man is already kind of different. I was surprised that the Borma was the one in a car with Ishikawa instead of Bato. The whole segment of the film was one of my favorites, so I was a little bummed that it got cut short right at section 9. Found the guy who was helping the garbage man ghost hack his wife. That's such a good cliffhanger. I want to see how the rest of the segment of the story plays out. and how it differs from what I'm used to. No, absolutely. It just see these comments like this is why I read the comments in Myanimelist. They can just be very introspective. So here are the scenes from that, and then that's some good merch. I own this manga right here. I wanted to get the hardcover, but they didn't have it at the time, so I got the paperback. But that's about it for this. I really don't know what else to say. I feel like we've already hit every aspect of the scenes and why it works, and how fan service has been prevalent in Japan for as long as anime has been out. I honestly will tell you this: I didn't read this part of the manga, so this was very actually surprising to me. Checking on a guy in a huge house in jungle. Then we had a sudden eerie moment. Wanting to decide if need to keep the section. Oh yeah, that was a very prominent scene. Gathering trashes, include dangerous shots, chasing them this time. What's up with this Suba? Oh, you know what they do? You know what Suba Lover does? They make spoilers like this, and then they update it. They edit it later and added more introspective posts. Yeah, it is what it is. All right, boys during boat road. This is from this guy. I don't know how to say your username. Boys during boat ride, girls during boat ride. Yuri fan service, we like it. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, there's Multico really is just humanized the fuck here. Let's see. What? Yeah, some people hated it though. Hot Mama, pretty excited to see where things go, but Hot Mama, yeah, some people actually hated the fuck out of it. I mean, if you don't like fan service, I guess. The goon in the show, yeah, I'm corny. Corny or the goon in the show. That was good. I want to use it. I kind of want to use it, but I don't know. I'm a little perplexed right now. Just a little bit perplexed. Look, my ADHD just didn't allow me to focus right now. What the fuck? Removed off-topic post. Please avoid overreacting if you disagree with the post. But the episode was great. I think there's like just too much modding sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta let things flame. Just get flamed like back in the old days, flame wars and shit. It just becomes a boring fucking forum. No one discussing. There's probably more flaming than there's ever been discussions in my list. I guarantee you. And in my opinion, the flaming gets interesting and entertaining. And sometimes when they actually do have valid points, that's when it gets like very I enjoy those. But yeah, if it's just name calling, then what do they call that? Ad hominems? Yeah, it just gets dumb. But overall, great episode. This is what we live for.